left. While they have made some changes, it feels very familiar because they brought back that core that won in Stage 1 back in 2024 with Asuna, Cryo, and Beg. On top of that, they also came in with a revamped playstyle, which we have to give credit to the new IG Elvora and the new coach MBS4.
They are looking absolutely flawless. It feels like they found their identity finally, 100 Thieves, after so many years of not even being able to make playoffs, not being able to make global. It feels like this really is their identity.
Yeah, this is it. The best version of 100 Thieves that we have seen, but is it ready for the juggernaut of the Americas region? That is the question on our mind.
And now it's time to bring out their opponents. They are the three-time America's champions. Make some noise for G2 ESPORTS!
And G2 ESPORTS have one hell of a resume. 3 trophies to their name. They have experience out the wazoo. They got the talent like nobody's business. They have so much going for them. And Athena, this, if anything, this is G2's year. It has to be with the way that this team has been built.
I mean, last year was G2's year too.
It's true. It's true. I'm repeating myself here.
I feel like we've seen so much success. They have these really high expectations from everyone because they're so phenomenal in Americas. They know how to play. They just have it down to a T, how it is to win in Americas, and I'm just looking to find that they have that same confidence and that same consistency to kind of push them over the edge.
And here's your series layout. All right, you got bind, corrode, and split if necessary.
I love it. I am just worried because they already have footage on that now. G2 will kind of know the little little tricks and little things that they have up their sleeve.
But the thing is, 100 Thieves, they're starting on defense, and we talked about their defense being a little bit slow. So maybe they've had time to correct themselves. Maybe they know what it was that needed to be changed in order for them to adapt a lot quicker to that slower play. So we've seen them succeed against really quick-paced teams. They've had the time to talk about it. I know we have the VODs, but maybe this is just a little bit of confidence that they're proving to us right now.
Yeah, and also, there's no really limit on what you can do with the Waylay stun. You can make those plays kind of anywhere on the map in any kind of lane, too. So I as much as they know a little bit of what can come with that, I don't think they know everything.
Also, come on, Cryo on Chamber, 300 ACS. Like, I don't think you can really
He's gonna be ready.
Plans against that.
He's going to be ready for whatever G2 throws at him, and you know that G2 are going to be anticipating the iron wall that they're going to be running into with Cryo. So it's going to be problematic, really just both teams needing to get that chess battle, win that chess battle, if you will, because it's going to be a game of the minds at a certain point in the server where someone's going to need to outsmart someone.
I mean, the second you have Valen and Vora in a server, you're going to know that there's going to be a lot of mid-rounding, especially on a map like Bind with lots of TPs, lots of stuff where you have to take control, and if you don't, you're TPing into the unknown.
And we haven't even talked about, in my opinion, one of the biggest X factors of all of G2, and that's Jogamo. I mean, the dog he hasn't had a chance to bark yet, and I have a feeling he wants to get a little loud out there, Emily. How are you feeling about Jogamo this season?
No, I feel great. I've never doubted Jogamo. Like, I think he's a phenomenal duelist. He's so good at taking those fights and taking space literally wherever he wants. I've never seen it where he's tried to take something and not found some sort of success, whether it's a multi-kill, whether it's just the space or whatnot. And I am worried that because Jogamo is starting on that attack and G2 is starting on that attack, that with how 100 Thieves was kind of playing before, that they might kind of get steamrolled in this early half.
Ooh, okay. Well, here comes your agent select here. Got that Chamber on Cryo back again. Timo back on that Waylay, which we were talking about. Very disruptive agent that we're seeing a lot of play from.
I think this makes sense. If I was 100 Thieves, I wouldn't change a thing. Again, their playbook looked exactly. Why change what's working? Their playbook looked insane. It looked like they really had a solid grasp on their bind. 100 Thieves, their bind has been so good for so long. It's actually kind of crazy that that even with a whole new roster,
Hey.
it's gone this good. But we have a mirror matchup by G2.
And I like Baby Bay on the chamber. I think that is a great comfort position for him to be in. But Jogamo on the waylay, just like Timo on the waylay, it's going to be lights out.
No, I think that's going to be deadly. I think it just depends on how they follow up that waylay.
Good points there, folks. All right, let's do this and get into the action. Who's going to call it? Who better than the legends themselves? Here is Brent and Sideshow for the call.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this is going to be an absolute banger of a match, I think, as well. You got G2 and 100 Thieves, two household names are going to be clashing. We've already seen one upset today as well. And the question is today going to be that day of upsets?
Could be, couldn't it?
Yeah.
I think the level that we've seen from 100 Thieves already in their game against Leviathan is super impressive. There were moments, especially at the beginning of those halves, of perfection, genuinely, from 100 Thieves. But this is a different challenge. It's not a team that just has potential. It's a team that has won in kickoff, in stage 1, in stage 2. Everything there was to win in Americas, G2 won it last year. They were trophy hunting and will be this year as well at Globals. You've got to imagine 100 Thieves in a spot where they're just trying to get to the Globals again. And a win here would be enormous for their chances of making it to Santiago. This game, more than any in this early bracket, makes a massive difference.
See how this one goes off the rip to Martino. It's becoming a trademark play almost at this point. Light speed and a shorty.
He's been buying shorty in so many of these pistol rounds, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Has he got a classic to go back to?
Possibly dropped onto the ground, but a bit of a jump scare for G2 early on. Going to use the Trailblazer to make sure that they can get a bit of clearance into showers. Insert Baby Bay now posted. It's a bit of a fallback option. You can look to explore over towards B now, potentially take B long, and you have that TP pivot up available.
These defenders are having to come in and help Timotino because he's hiding in lamps and doesn't know if people could just be walking down short currently. Now, we can tell that G2 have not been so bold. But Timotino gets healed. And still sticking with the shorty.
Yeah, maybe not having a classic on the ground, but
if you're G2, it means you're a bit scared to go into lamps or hookah, these kind of spots.
Here in the rumble, though, the footsteps now. Sky Flash in your face and a shorty of his own. Jorgamo looking to get involved in the fight, but a refract back. He was blinded up there. His team, though, still going to be able to take up most of that space. The fight taken, the TP her, Baby Bay. Going to contest and see if he can square up to this one, but G2 are making sure to just run over that lamps position, and Baby Bay even winning out a fight of his own. Asuna inside the smoke, sees the second shot, a bit of spam to see if he can even it out. And he has successfully brought it to that 2v2.
Trent should be able to get a plant off here. Baby Bay.
The heads.
Plenty of sight lines.
Top of it, and listen, Dre is more than capable. Looking for the call. Trent here, just a bit of a jiggle, but takes a shot through the box. Asuna weak himself.
I don't think he spotted Baby Bay making the reposition on the right side of this doorway. Might think about it. Very weak.
Much more passive position from Trent as well. That reposition all the way back to A short. Asuna is going to be left guessing in a spot like this. Doesn't exactly know where the opposition are. And look at it, repositions on repositions. Baby Bay already asserting himself over there. If Trent didn't find it, Baby Bay might have. So the pistol round going their way early on. High expectations obviously leveled onto the shoulders of this organization. And they may run more controversial changes. A lot of these teams in Americas were reinventing themselves. But with Baby Bay coming in, they're looking for that intangible quality that can help them lift trophies.
Yeah, they definitely realized after last year that that final millimeter between you and the trophy can sometimes be the most difficult. And they didn't rebuild, they didn't completely collapse their roster, but made a pretty sizable change. Swapping Leafs roll around, not on this map admittedly, but on most of them, is going to be the biggest difference, I think. But Baby Bay has got a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and I think on this map too, the fact that he's playing that chamber head-to-head against Cryo is already so interesting, but he got the better end of him in round 1.
The numbers that Cryo was putting up. Headhunter in the back pockets, narrowly avoiding being sent straight back to that spectator seat. Close corner though. We'll see. Looks like Baby will just be holding on to a bit of this space the call was made to start looking towards B. Only Bang home. Does a few pot shots being placed into the Trailblazer, so Bang is just posturing essentially. puffing up the feathers to see if they, well, G2 are going to be committing into this one, but a bit of clearance. And there are players in position, but the right click's just not serving him well. G2 can clean up the stragglers. Cryo left remaining, plant down for them. Cryo will be hunting for a bit of damage. Trying to go for the micro adjustments, keeping his aim calm in the moment, but not enough to really overcome that.
And remember, it was those rounds where 100 Thieves were able to get the big wins against Leviathan when they played against them. They were losing the pistols, but then winning somehow. These follow-up rounds with classics and headhunter value was massively important from Cryo.
Yeah, I think it was pretty significant, to be honest, as well. They were generating ults. It's like a supercharged pistol round, essentially.
Yeah.
You win that follow-up.
But now the situation's very different, isn't it? So it's G2 that have got the slight advantage when it comes to that kind of stuff. Though Asuna is making a really strong progress towards his orbital strike. A jump spot from Asuna over towards Showers. Looking early on. But this hit is coming through Hookah.
Yeah, it's going to be getting rid of that. There's a smoke on top as well for Jorg to try and play in and around. Pulls his way all the way back.
A fake for them to be able to walk down short. It's a nice idea.
Yeah, if they can get some space here. Vora left questioning. Asuna seeing that they could have potentially crossed back. He's going to use that stimmy to reposition. Try and play back with the rest of his team. Flash in your face. Molly lay it down, looking to deny, but no one watching towards that back lamps area. G2, that pack mentality. All grouped up with 4 players.
If they want, they could go back into B, actually. Giacomo has kept that space for them, so with the Viper wall up, are they faking it or are they doing it? Yep, it's committed.
Looking to commit, but leaving one insert, it looks like, on that. Timotino, though, his time to shine. ADS'd up, but he's low as anything. Will go down to a single shot. Saturate layer, tries to re-swing, but will be punished for it. Headhunter, not good enough. Bang.
Around the world again.
Reinserting, they're going for another swing of things, and it's all that space that's been given up. Trent managed to insert himself very deep. He was the only one who didn't TP, and in the midst of all of that chaos, leaving himself as that insert. Leaf with the peak, goes down. Trent seeking to equalize 2v2. It's getting a bit awkward, but still for 100 Thieves, they've got to see how can they remove Trent from this spot. High ground perch. You can see it all. Buying time, buying space for Valen to potentially strike. Making it really awkward in terms of the engagements, but 100 Thieves find their way through it.
Nice shots hit, and Cryo provides value again. Critical kill in pipes. And then gets a clean up towards the end there alongside Bang, his teammate. That kill is the one I'm talking about. Onto Leaf, who was pressuring in off the back of Trent's information that he was giving them from heaven. It's quite an expensive round, though.
Yeah.
It must be said.
Already seeing signs, I think, of the challenge that G2 is going to be giving 100 Thieves, because they're coming in as one of the most solid rosters in terms of existing pieces. Like, even just that play there in the moment. TPing with 3 players, Trent leaving him as an insert.
Yeah, lots of layers on what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're not just playing a fundamental game. They've got the ability to call those audibles in the middle of the round, and still a lot of base trust in each other to move quickly.
Just going into this one with the Bucky. Smoke immediately inserting himself. Has that dash too. Flash forward, spots a player, tries to go for an Asuna. Nice aim with a stinger. Does he expect Trent to be pushed up into that spot? Not quite. Still, fight's taken. Leaf contains.
What a monster.
The push from 100 Thieves immediately shut down, slapped down. Now the Seekers just to really assert themselves, make sure that there are no more loose pieces. Extra elements that could go awry. G2 have got this one fully in their control. Leaf knows roughly where that last player is, Vora.
Shouldn't matter too much. I think Leaf has already won them the round by getting that double kill towards B long. It's a nice idea from 100 Thieves. You lose Showers control, you try to take some space on the other side of the map, see if you can play an A retake with a fast flank coming through. Asuna did a good job as well. Stinger in his face, but I mean, that's just the power that Leaf gives you. And this is something, seems like a weird time to bring it up, but this is something that concerns me a little bit with the way that G2 have changed their roster around, because there aren't going to be that many maps, as far as we can tell, where Leaf's got the ability to play these sentinel role power positions.
Sure.
And control the map, push out.
Because he was dominant in that role before. He was very good at finding like the little gaps to play in.
He won Sentinel of the Year in Americas for last year, and I think was an absolute elite level player all year at the global level. But he is going to be playing, I mean, in the offseason, we saw him playing Breach on quite a lot of the maps.
Sure.
And nothing wrong with it. He's He's a very, very good player, but it's certainly not going to allow you as many opportunities to get those kills and have those big impact rounds.
Looking at a round like this, the money is going to be knocked down. 100 Thieves able to get some pieces together. I mean, Cryo's got a rifle, Timotino with the Bucky again. There is danger lurking around these corners, but...
Timotino was very good in these kind of rounds at being creative and generating these kills for 100 Thieves.
You might see 100 Thieves jump on the chance as well. These orbital strikes, we've been seeing a lot of teams, honestly, just comboing up, saturate, using the waylays like a heat-seeking missile, and then the orbital strike to follow up, ensure that nobody can escape. And you might see the same here, Trailblazer forwards. Here it is. It's all primed, isn't it? Jorgen was getting ready for it. There's the hinder, there's the pullback. We'll see if there's an ult laid out on top. They're happy with the space.
Yeah, they don't go for it this time. Maybe because they've realized that 100 Thieves are on an eco here.
Asuna, yeah, inside Chu, very much isolated though. This is going to be...
It was a fairly dangerous position. Interestingly enough, Leafs just heard a full run back from Cryo. Went through, broke a trip, I believe, and has now evacuated. G2 handling this round really nicely, actually.
Yeah, just avoiding Cryo's presence. I mean, the chamber, when you're playing against ecos, you can barely see it. It's damage through the wall.
One of the most painful areas of the body to be shot in.
Yeah.
The knee.
Walk it off, though. Maybe wants to go hunting. Still here. Now, he needs to be careful because there's a Bucky. He's on 1 HP. Surely not. Still going for it. Swinging wide will mean his ult is earned up for the next round. At this point, there's a lot of damage that's being done.
It's quite good.
Plenty of money, though, in the bank for G2. So even with just Valen and Leaf surviving, important point for them is that they're building up to these big ultimates, to be honest.
There's ults on either side.
Yeah.
There really are. We could see them go for that same play where it's the saturate into the orbital strike, as you were talking about. They had a chance of doing that this round against Vora, chose not to. Didn't need to in the end.
So tough, what the bro, come on, Tebow. Come on, bro. Just give me the kill.
He is a shotgun abuser. He is a shotgun abuser, if we know anything about Timotino at this point. But yeah, Cryo pulling out that tour de force very early on and looking like he wants to take it towards Sansa. Chamber v Chamber again.
It's going to be that peak. Battle comes out of the reaction times, baby!
He's sitting him down.
Obviously favored holding an angle like that. Players are swinging into him, dashing around to the corner to saturate, misses. We're going and aiming for the combo, but Bang with a reposition quickly. Conversion pass, though, we won't be able to escape that. No clearance, though, into Hookah. Trying to play Vora in alongside the rest of his team. Dropped down to 5 HP, claims the kill onto Jorg, and puts a bit of pause into the step of G2. Looking for a different fight now. TP evacuation, Trent and Baby making their way over towards A.
I think Asuna's read this really nicely.
Yeah,
he had the molly. He chose not to use it.
He's got that space, though, and these players are just not expecting it. All that damage, just trying to cut them all the way down. Good flash. What is that? All being expended onto the either side of this. Timotino was trying to catch him onto the flank. Trent has opportunities. There's misplays and frantic energy occurring in the server. And Trent just cools it down.
Well, now they have no idea where he's gone. He could have full pushed through to B.
Towards the back of the site, comes out of how this fight gets taken. Health advantage is massive, and Timotino will use it to his advantage.
A round where G2 got the early advantage, but weren't able to close it out. Bang surviving and getting a kill. The opener in a 5v4, and then they've got the ability to use... They comboed Trailblazer and they comboed Saturate to try to get rid of Bang. And somehow he threaded the needle between the two of them and wasted the orbital strike.
Yes, intelligent repositioning by Bang.
But at the same time, I expect G2's execution of that kind of stuff to be better.
Sure.
It's a bit slapdash. But they've still got money to buy. They've just opened the door for another chamber fight.
We're seeing it now with the operator. Cryo.
It's an ego duel at this point.
You get his chance. Dodging, sidestepping, Baby Bay does it again.
Cryo's going to be up for adoption at the end of this. Baby Bay is going to have full parental rights.
Yeah, apparently. That time as well, just crouching into the angle, but still getting the better. Early pickoff like that. G2 know that the pressure now is on 100 Thieves.
Considering that Cryo has been fairly heavily shut out of this game, still not doing too badly. But in the 5v4 here, G2 really paused. And this was the part of the game where, in the previous round, they went forward, tried to pick off Bang, and made that mistake in the execution. They've spotted Bang, but they haven't spotted Vora.
No. Double holding into that section. It's pulled players over.
Yeah, it has. It's pulled Asuna in this direction over towards B and weakened the A site. But Asuna's already heading back. Timo with a Saturate can slow all of this down.
Yeah, it's all onto Timo though. At this point here, Saturate down into the choke point, a bit of spam, but he's going to be slowed down himself. Peek, adjusts the aim. It's good crosshair placement, trying to really insert himself. Leaf was already one step ahead. Inside that smoke towards the back of the site, Leaf again is just jiggling, calling for his team to double peek with him. It's brilliant discipline at that. Trailblazer stun connects. Baby Bay, barely alive, shielded by the wall, just trying to escape, and baited right into his trap. It's almost like he planned it all the way out. This guy is thriving right now into the server. He might just get another one.
Unstoppable impact from Baby Bay. What a way to announce yourself back into the season. We were talking about how good he was as a sub last year. I don't think many of us expected him to become a mainstay player. But even then, 10-3 in the opener.
That is
wow.
Barely anything at all.
There was a little bit more on the screen when he actually took the shot, but even so. Mechanically, Baby Bay is very, very good. And I think when he's on chamber like this, he gets escorted around the map and put into good positions.
What are we doing? Come on!
He does deliver. He really does.
What you're seeing there is the intangibles, I think.
Yeah.
Stuff that him as a player can bring with that confidence, the energy. Not just the sharp aim. 100 Thieves are now on the weaker money. Not the strong beginning like they were hoping for. Not like they're playing their previous matchup. And Baby Bay again.
He can't miss.
Yeah, point and click adventure game, and he's finding it over towards A.
100 Thieves at this point are just going to be cowering in terms of, like, if you want to go for a little info peek like that, you're risking death every time. Makes it feel so oppressive to play the defense side when you feel like you can't at any point look and see whether they could be contacting down short.
Sure. Bait. Body was sticking out, but they know that Timotino might be the only threat here. Takes the peek anyway. Good timing on that one. Rips Jogo's head clean off. And still a thorn in their side.
He's been hitting nice shots. It just hasn't mattered too much.
Tippy back. Players are already rotating, but Bang is still here. Presence into Hook, swinging round. He's only got that sting close quarters. Again, the bullets couldn't quite control that pattern. Headhunter in Cryo's hand, can't get it done. It's the rifles that reign supreme.
The lurk inserts have offered so many opportunities for Valorant to go back around the map. He's been messing with the teleporters to no end on this attack half so far. Really relying on Leaf and Baby Bay to give him options as an IGL, but he's been using them really nicely. It is a winnable 1v3 here.
It's nice. Diligent clearance.
Nearly shot him through the wall.
Yeah, pre-fire into the corner in case anybody was wondering.
No, he's cheating, I think.
Well, we'll see. 1v2.
Okay, maybe he's been.
Yeah, okay.
You have to hide it sometimes,
It's fine.
don't you? You have to hide it. When you've been that blatant.
Having some certified flusher moments. Whacking his mouse into the keyboard.
I just ran out of mouse pads. Yeah, you can see, though, that this is a new challenge for 100 Thieves. There's a step up here from compared to their game against Leviathan.
Yeah, well, Leviathan, I mean, Leviathan as well, they were working with their roles being a bit mixed up in the process. You can definitely tell that that team was struggling with some of the details in terms of their macro play, and has called for the timeout. 100 Thieves looking for adjustments to be made. It's not the fantastic beginnings that they previously had in all of their last match.
The great stuff that we were seeing from 100 Thieves was the slower pace, the discipline, playing together, all of that kind of stuff. It's the kind of stuff, though, that we know G2 for. And while it's new to 100 Thieves, and they're doing a great job at it in the moments where they can put it together, for G2, it's second nature. It comes to them as easy as breathing at this point.
They were born in it.
So you do have a really challenging uphill battle in this game because the strengths for 100 Thieves already exist on G2. Even if you're just looking at something as simple as the chamber v chamber, right? I mean, Cryo is fantastic, and we've seen him dominate games. He did last time. But Baby Bay is his match today. And specifically, strangely, in all of the same spots. So it's not like the chambers are getting value against other people.
Different players.
Yeah, they're taking chamber v chamber battles very often.
The ops are invested into.
Well, Bang's going to ult here down short.
Yeah.
That offers Babybay much less of an avenue. He's been terrorizing these players on A.
A lot of noise made. Similar setup that G2 have ran in the past with that deep smoke. Asuna this time, though, trying to get one step ahead. You can see him. He's playing inside that smoke, hoping that Jorgmo would double dash into it. G2, they've sniffed out something that they didn't like the look of. Not committing in the same fashion. Deep flash for info. Cry might get posted again, but that Trailblazer is up. The orb down, and Cry will adjust the aim in time. Jorgmo catches Asuna as that smoke fades. 4v4. Flash dodged and avoided. That is quick with the reactions from Vora. Reflash again. I mean, Valorant was just holding the angle there.
Yeah, both Skies actually deciding to play off their own flashes rather than have a teammate try to swing off it.
Individualistic. Smokes not the normal positions for them, but enough for Jorgmo to play in now, and it has attracted the attention. You can see rotations potentially happening again. Valen.
Babybay's keyboard is disconnected, by the way. He spent the entire round just sat inside the pit.
That's going wrong. Maybe just watching for the...
No, I don't mean it literally.
Right.
I just mean he's just been sat there waiting for Bang for over a minute.
Timotino is already straight onto the side. This is fast here. Bang is going to be a little bit late with the saturator slowed all the way down. Jorgmo, oh! Trying to take that fight. Cryo, what an adjustment. Quick with the reactions. Timotino now on the defuse and is being held. Over the top, Cryo. He's got this one watched down. Babybay 9 that can't really peek into it. With the wall up in his face. So, 100 Thieves get themselves a round win. Critically at that with 3 players surviving.
Strange fights happening over towards B long. A 3v3 that they do well to close out their 100 Thieves.
Nice, let's go!
But yeah, I think G2 also just had the wrong read about what was happening. Like I said, Babybay spent the entire round just waiting for a push from Bang that never happened based off the B pressure. I think the idea from Valen was if we hard pressure B, the Viper will probably push outside of their pit.
Stimmy Seekers drop down. Similar play again, this time with the smokes. Drop down, trying to insert himself. That saturated does connect. Jorgmo is locking onto them and a refract back to safety.
Really nice play.
Team play back in over towards A. All of that noise, all of that pressure. Asuna now with a lot asked of him. He has dominated that Shower's position, but the plan going down. Then denied. Honestly, that snakebite was meant to just dissuade him from making that play. Goes 1 for 1. Bang sticking out. He's worried about that Shower's position again. Turning the flash is called for. Repeat with the play, but slowed down by G2.
And this halt in the pace is designed to allow Jorgmo into Showers.
A lot of opportunities for ones. Bang is alone when he's going for this reclearance, and Trent's on an off angle. Spots him, baits out the shot. Plant still going down. Slight jump spot. He recognizes it. There's a whole host of players that are waiting here, but now Plant going down.
Bang's played his life here really nicely, but they're still at a player disadvantage, 100 Thieves, and reinforcements are not here yet.
That was held here. Trailblazer forwards. That's a stun that connects. Control of the gun. Trent removed. Turned into a 3v3. Damage through the wall. Jorgmo is pushed out of the picture in the fight as a reflank is going all the way around, and the timing on this is going to be really damn tight. Timotino has got to find value. Babybay's watching the wrong angle. Why these fights take plays. He makes all the noise. Babybay just whips it around 180, but Bang still here. Still time is ticking. Now he realizes there's no way to win it. Waiting for that flank to activate Timotino. The pressure was on him. But what a snap around by Babybay.
Yeah, even in that situation, you're not expecting the 180. Babybay, I'm not sure if he reacted to the noise or he anticipated it, because he seemed to turn around so fast.
Hospital flick.
His reactions are ridiculous. That's 2 rounds now, one for either team.
Baby.
One for either team where one of those players has just been too heavily on a flank and not really involved in the fight, and it's cost them. If Timotino had not been on that long flank around, had been a little quicker, maybe 100 Thieves had a chance in that.
G2 have chances to keep this one really snowballing. Close to a couple of key ultimates. Looks like that might be part of the game plan.
Both Viper orbs put up over towards B. Bang just cycling it.
Yeah, trying to trade out that util. Vulnerable up. Jorgmo, second guessing whether he wants to go in here. Saturate again into the corner. Not sure if that was that connection. Bang. He's been good at sidestepping most of this and going to be retreating. That B-long control is G2's, and they can play for that all. Jorgmo's ult will be online.
Reclear for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, they're gearing up for it. They want to square up into it, trying to get ahead of the ultimate before it happens. This is incredibly proactive. 100 Thieves trying to go for it, but he anti-blast positions a little bit better.
I think Valorant got 2 of those while hindered.
That's crazy. Insane work from G2 just to weather the storm in a spot like that.
And Asuna might need to work on that lineup. 4v2 incredibly well handled for G2. I've got to see that those Valen kills in the replay. It looks so difficult for Asuna and Cryo to get back in here.
Last player standing.
Baby Bay is a turret posted on these angles.
Yeah, watchful eye onto it. Cryo left wondering how the hell to even play for this one. Trying to skip and hop his way back out and around, go for the re-peek, and that's a bit overkill.
At this point, if you lose another player, it doesn't matter if you take the op. He's going to have the ult for the final round.
Will hold his nerve for now as well, but he is being rapidly approached, and there it is. The bait and switch swing from Valen, given that perfect timing here. G2 up to 8 rounds now as we head into the last round of this half.
Reclear attempt, but it's going into a chamber who can TP away. The first kill is before the hinder lands. The second kill is incredibly good.
So G2 incredibly ready for that proactive fight anyway. The players were in such ingrained positions that 100 Thieves were forced to really overstretch themselves to fight that. But it is insanity with those shots.
Vora sacrifices a gun. Cryo picks up an op, even though he's 1 away from the tour de force. Doesn't want to play for an ult orb. This is 100 Thieves' last chance of putting together a reasonable half. Even 8-4 is not looking that great. They're strong on the attack.
Yeah, they are. Jorgamo.
The ult
waiting.
Should be phenomenal.
Trying to go for it. Close to the corner. Tries to go for that clearance, but the Stinger finds the fight. Vora's there.
Not huge on that, but Vora did a good job of turning Trent's flash.
G2 happy to wait out most of this util though as those smokes dissipate, looking for those open sight lines. There's a poor beginning for them, still a hard committal, orbital strike to bail out Vora! And as this is going on as well, there's kills occurring all over the place. Seeker's now offloaded, Vora's feeling that pressure sandwiched. Very difficult spot to try and fight your way out of, especially when the gun at hand wasn't ready. Timotino with a jump spot, Baby Bay's there, tour de force to catch the follow-up angle. Leaf.
He's got the wrong read.
Looking for the right time to strike onto this one, but the shots are going missing and wide, and Timotino and Cryo, they combine their might. What is that by Cryo? Comes alive in the final moments.
Beautiful quick shots with the operator there. To put together a half that isn't all too bad. It's definitely been uphill for 100 Thieves. Their attack side is pretty good. We'll have chances if they're able to win a pistol or maybe even the follow-up afterwards.
Let's go, man!
And Timotino still believes.
8-4. If you win a pistol, definitely respectable. We'll see how this one shakes out, though, as we look to that second half. I said at the beginning of the series that G2 making one of the more controversial changes. Yeah, finally. Cameraman's met his match. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just... I mean...
Oh, we've had a murder.
Valorant still to be played, yeah. Play Leaf's like, what is happening in the middle of the stage?
Leaf and Valen desperately trying to stay focused on their defensive
trying
pistol.
to lock in on what's going on here for round 13. Let's focus in.
Damn the Penguin.
But Baby Bay is a pickup and a prospect. I mean, a lot of people question the decisions, but here he stands at the top of the scoreboard. And it's not just that. I mean, he's matching Cryo pound for pound. Both of them at the top of their scoreboards, respectively, for their teams, but definitely overshadowing him.
Yeah.
The attack side chamber is a difficult task that he was handed, and now, you know, he can let the fights come to him somewhat.
Yeah, I think attack side chamber, you're actually expected to do not as much. I mean, G2 are so good at putting Baby Bay in those spots, and Baby Bay's got a great read on it, but it's normally the defense side where you'd expect him to thrive.
That's a difficult shot to hit. For the very best of players. Ball up into the angle, flash, and around into the corner. He's got that shorty, but Timotino's right there. And picked up another one as well. I think he just stole the gun in the lap. 100 Thieves now looking to take this one with a rapid approach around. Trailblazer saturate into the corner, but Jorgamo let his match here over towards that area. 100 Thieves got this one on lockdown. The A site is theirs.
This is going to be really tough for Leaf and Trent to get back in. They're not even in position with each other, so Trent's flashes. No possibility for a teammate to follow up on it. Bandit, though, in hand.
Yeah, Leaf looking to take his time. Might get a chance. Shots fired, reveals his position. Possibility to play Trent all the way back in as well, because kills are being claimed with Asuna going down, and this is a bit disjointed. Vora could have gone down there. Wide as the face from Leaf, but Cryo steady enough with his own aim as well. He shuts that one down in their face. So pistol round for 100 Thieves means that that prospect that we were talking about, you know, an 8-4 half, you win a pistol, you win a follow-up, suddenly looking like a much closer affair.
So interesting to note here, Baby only bought 3 Headhunter bullets this round because he invested into a shorty as well to counter Timotino.
Right.
And yet Timotino still flash jumps onto his head, Goomba stomps it, and then recalls out. So G2 know what's coming, and yet they still can't stop Timotino on some of these attacking execs. I think 100 Thieves have got a nice idea of how to play the Waylay.
G2 take opportunities like this as well when you're on that eco buy. Vacuum up the orbs, deny them from your opponents. 100 Thieves. These compositions on bind are vitally important to get those ults rolling. We saw how powerful it was for 100 Thieves. Gonna make a go for Hings here, Valen. He was cutting it up close, hoping that he could get that right click off. Jorgamo trying to take a timing past that one, but Bang adjusts his aim in time. And at this point for G2, they're just a bit late to the party.
And they are really heavily trying to prioritize Asuna in terms of getting that ultimate up. We've seen a lot of teams comboing the saturate from the Waylay with that Brim ult, but it's still going to be a little way off. They're not probably going to have it for the bonus unless Asuna can feast on Leaf, Trent, and Baby here.
And G2's goal will just be not throwing their lives away to any players, ensuring that they don't get into any ultimates. He is still trying to take that peak, but they want to go down to the spike here ideally, because 100 Thieves, as I was saying, they know how important it is to get those ults online. Asuna leading it forwards. Cry's the one who's going to be claiming most of the kills, though. So
yeah, we were talking about how good 100 Thieves were at that detail in their Leviathan game, at starting that ult snowball by prioritizing the kills onto the right people. I think there they spread it out in a way that doesn't actually optimize that at all. In an ideal world, you'd want to get all of those onto Asuna, in my opinion.
yeah.
But all right. They collect the ult orbs anyway. Don't allow G2 to die to spike, so positives.
Yeah. Because of that, no major ults coming online for the bonus round of 100 Thieves. Going to be going into this one with more ragtag weaponry, really. We'll see it shotgun in Timotino's hands.
I think he's always the playmaker on these light buy rounds for sure. You know, you could imagine a scenario here where they try to send the Trailblazer through hookah back around into garden and he jumps on someone. You know, there's just so many opportunities for Timotino to be a threat when he's comfortable using shotguns. Here's the Trailblazer up the gut.
Yep. Trailblazer for a Trailblazer.
Little kiss in the middle.
Spots it onto the corner. Timotino sees his target and he wants to strike onto him, but he's missed it up. Yeah, the dash has just not gone the way he wanted it to.
We were guessing him, huh?
We were. Gone a little bit wrong, though. And G2, I mean, Baby was just holding his nerve the whole time. Didn't take the TP, still got that one. Will now pull back with the flash in his face.
All of this pressure, and they've still got people very deep over towards A. 100 Thieves can hit the teleporter and go back into an A split here. G2 are not moving their defensive rotations around too much. Still triple stacked on the site where they've heard the Sky Util.
Some of the threat and bite taken out of this round, though. I think once the initial gambit didn't really work out. Jorgamo, oh, he's trying to go for that one. Bang. Just sidesteps it. Bullets raining down on Valen. Is stuck in a bit of a spot here. Yeah, tight to the corner. His position is predictable, especially with the molly layer down. Timotino gonna try and go for it. That's a hell of a lot of damage, but Baby, he survives it. 9 HP. Could give G2 a bit of an in. It just depends on how the rest of these fights go, because it's all over the place right now. Individuals just trying to take it and square up. Leaf is low as anything. Eventually falls. Asuna finds it. Trickling in with these kills. Baby, well, that prior damage done as well means that he's not set up for success in a fight. Still gets his one. looking for a little bit more.
Bang just ready to swing off the contact of Vora.
Yeah.
Right. Vora with a Spectre against a player that with 9 HP, I think would be favored anyway. If he was looking in the right direction, perhaps, Babybay may be able to escape with this Vandal, but 100 Thieves have taken a really important bonus round there.
Massive, honestly.
And I gotta give credit to Vora's calling, because I think that default, where they make tons of space over towards B, and then have Viper lurk down short and Chamber insert into showers, it flummoxed G2. They weren't ready for the A split. Jorg, you saw, got kind of caught out over towards short.
Go straight, guys. Round by round, brick by brick. Good calling, Jordan.
Yeah, I think the calling is really nice there.
Yeah.
It worked to perfection.
This is all without the critical ultimates that we saw them getting supercharged in that LEV game, right?
Yeah. And also, I said it during the Leviathan game as well, but I think it bears repeating. It's so cool to see 100 Thieves playing a completely different style on their attack sides of Bind. They've been great at Bind for years. If you think back to 2024 when you had Cryo, Asuna, and Bang playing and they won in stage 1, yeah, they were one of the best teams in the world on Bind. Maybe you could have even made an argument that they were the best. It was by 5-person team fighting almost all the time. Like heavy reclears, really fast-paced, big brawls.
Trying to go for those big execs off the rip.
It's so different now. Vora's, not just Vora, but also the new coaches too, with NBS and Dubros coming in, have changed the way that this team plays, and it is slower and more methodical, and trying to get value out of people like Cryo and Bang on the lurks and put Teemo in the best possible positions to entry. It's very cool that they're looking good here on their attack side, and they've recovered what looked like a pretty rough start to the map. 4-8 down at the half.
Bonus conversion. Massive for them. Cryo picking up that outlaw. He knows that there's a lot of targets waiting on the other side.
Trent looks like he's saving for an operator as well to get it into Babybay's hands. He's got 3K in the bank. You put a Vandal into Babybay's hands this round to see if he can win something.
Yeah, that's a similar setup from them. Slide off angle, Trailblazer needs to be broken, and it will be that. Trent forwards, flash, has to be respected. Babybay's backing away, but still danger in that smoke. Trent's going to be sitting, making sure to contain a lot of that now, but the Util's being primed and ready to be let loose. At a moment's notice along those smokes here. Trent's forwards as well. Babybay alongside it. They're collapsing onto them. It's gone all too wrong here for 100 Thieves. G2. For what they found they're in. And those smokes started favoring, and there's a lot of damage being done on either side here with the pullbacks. Asuna and Cryo. 2v4 that they found themselves in.
And it's not so easy to hit the TP this round, because there's no space being controlled on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
You know, Cryo was with the team this time. The general idea is on some of these anti-ecos, stick together and you'll be able to win it out. You don't want to go and take ones around the map, but that means that you're playing all grouped up and having to hit into a stacked B site instead of having options.
And G2 over towards that B site, they were just playing off each other pretty perfectly on a round like that. Ping-ponging. Jorgamo, who's dropped down to 10 health from earlier. The time is running short, and the angle, it's a bit of a half clearance still. Cryo gets his aim on top of it. Out towards that showers though, that molly. Oh, it's so good.
Wow.
All that damage done. Brian has no chance now. Checkmate.
What a way to win a round. Valiant takes it away with the posthumous molly. And we were just singing the praises of 100 Thieves getting back into this game, and now it's going to be a little more difficult. They've still got money to work with. This hasn't destroyed the economy. But I think it has showcased a couple of things to both teams. For 100 Thieves, you do not want to be going into those stacked B sites. The way that Vora was calling before, where you've still got options to go in other directions, is absolutely crucial for you. But for G2, you also...
you want to play? Let's play.
You also know that if you don't give them opportunities for these early picks, you can stop the executes. But that's easier said than done. 100 Thieves very good at generating those early picks with Cryo's operator and Timotino's setups.
That's what they're going to be leaning on.
Yeah, G2 should be playing very slow and passive on the defense here, I think.
Both teams hoping that the other overextends into them. Smoke blossoms. Jorgamo is never making it comfortable, really, for 100 Thieves here. Doesn't want anybody lurking up behind a lot of Viper wall. The orb as it goes up. Trailblazer needs to be broken for Cryo. They don't want to spoil the surprise. It could be waiting. You see the sky, though. It's a bit of an indicator.
Bye-bye.
Jormo TP is just looking for a bit of information. Pulls it back. There is risk here that he gets jumped upon. Over the top towards a truck. And he will refract back. That was Trent covering the back of Jormo here. And he still looks like he wants to take a peek into it, but Cryo's already on top of it. Slowfield dropped down so they can't absorb that space up into Lambs. Molly dropped. It's just trying to buy a bit of peace of mind. Space given up for them to try and get that plant out of Molly. Slight miss there with a snake bite. Doesn't deny the plant in time, but Trent is happy to be that one-man army. A wrecking ball tearing through the opposition. TP's around, orbital strike as well to force the issue. Out and around, bang! Where's he pulled that from? Orbital strike obfuscating all his sight. He's just going off the mini-map and he still connects it all. From the brink, 100 Thieves have just managed to bring it back.
Arsenal needed the plant to even get that ult online in the first place, but having lost a couple players to Trent, invest a laser beam from the sky, dump it into that position.
Look at this. He couldn't see anything. He's just going off the minimap.
I mean, he does get a glimpse of them right before the ult's popped. But yeah, he's just spraying for that final kill.
So many little things that, if they went in a different direction, could have ended differently.
That's life.
Yeah, sure. Hashtag philosophy. Just putting it on VCT apparently. TP back again. Saturate's used pretty early off. The G2 side just looking to slow down Timotino. Picks up a lot of that space, still playing inside that orb. In the drop down, Molly for it, just trading, equalizing out with the util. Showers still not in their control. Orbital strike to push them out and away. G2 looking for that reclearance, but 100 Thieves weren't even ready and waiting in it. Valen is playing inside his own orbital strike to try and take a cheeky timing, but he's shut down in the midst of it. Baby Bay still there. And Cryo making sure to slap him back down to earth.
It's a long flank coming around the back from Trent. He might try to find a backstab on Cryo, but Leaf would have to already have gotten a kill in Lambs, and that is not happening. Timotino way too sharp.
Trent's a good aimer. He's good in spots like this, but that discipline again still rears its head from 100 Thieves, ensuring that there are no missing links. 9-9 is what they brought it to.
I'm surprised that they decided to invest the orbital strike into that round as well, Valen. It's an eco round. I know that you've got the Tour de Force online, but it felt very frantic there. Individual play from Jorgamo, not backed up by anything apart from the ult.
Nice! Let's go, boys! I like that!
And then Valen trying to take a really fast timing too. G2's defense side looking a little less coordinated than the attack. Both teams looking strong on the attack side though. Credit to 100 Thieves. They've got a lot of good ideas.
Brought it back nicely. Different approach from Timotino. He's committed the dash hyper early to see if he can get onto that line before G2 expected it.
Yeah, I'm not sure who he thought was going to be playing for an orb or something. Maybe expecting Baby Bay to be there with the operator.
Yeah, if they've been tracking the money.
But no, it's short that Baby Bay is trying to cover. With the trip over towards Showers, they can keep this triple stack on B. And this setup was one that 100 Thieves struggled with when they did commit into that B exec. But it's these lurkers over here, Bang and Cryo, that just give Vora tons of options to go back into an A-split late round. And it's tough for G2 to get the read.
They know that they want a heavy fight over this B long fight though. Again, Timotino doesn't have the dash to follow up onto most of this one. Jorgamo looking to slow it down. Eventually going to concede up that space though. It does give an option now because Timotino can grab that orb, and that's going to be a convergent path. The Seeker's all broken. Path could be let rip here, Jorgamo. Makes himself known over towards Hookah. Now calling for the pivot options. Showers was not in their control. 100 Thieves is a risky gambit. Going for this play. Bebe looking to see if he can get himself posted onto the line. It all comes down to the aim. Seekers forwards. Do you want to try and make the play happen? Skipping across the time, becoming an issue. Shot going a little bit too wide, but he goes for it anyway. And that could be it. Nailing the coffin for it. Spike drop down. Controlled in the end.
Great shutdown from those A players. I mean, Baby Bay specifically getting those 3 kills. Very key difference, though, for 100 Thieves. Attack side call there was that they didn't control Showers. So they're so worried about getting out through that area. A much bigger risk. I think the original idea there has got to be to commit to the B pop And then when Cryo went down in hookah, they realized they just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
These rounds are on a knife's edge. The smallest details making huge cascading effects here. NBS has decided that this is his opportunity to have a talk with the team. See if you can figure out an adjustment that'll work. The main idea that 100 Thieves have been going for is a B-long default with the Viper and the Chamber lurking A. G2 have been really content to just triple stack B as a response to that. Has it worked every time? No, but it's got them with a one-round lead at the moment. The economy is looking real nice at the moment for 100 Thieves, though. It's not too far away, or rather, it's not close for 100 Thieves to be knocked down onto an eco round.
Even prioritizing, it looks like just a half armor. Making sure that they can stretch the money all the way until the bitter end.
Meanwhile, Leaf's been picking up the Judge in a couple of these rounds. He had it in the previous two. It was just tucked close to A short, trying to get value from it. Mixing things up here a little at G2. Starting Valen over on the A side of the map. No, he thinks better of it. Back over towards B.
Could be potential for the op v op in the showers. See how those fights get taken. Again,
That missed shot.
Yeah. A lot of change up in terms of the way that 100 Thieves want to play. They're still feigning like they want to fight over that B-long fight.
Here come the Chambers again.
Another turn of it. Baby looks like he wants to peek up into the angle. Just barely. The elbow poking out. It's all Cryo needed to play with.
Really great awareness from Cryo. Once he pushes Baby Bay off the showers angle after a missed shot, he knows exactly where he's going to re-peek. 20 and 11.
Another chance.
21 and 11, surely.
He spotted him, but the question is, how do you remove him?
Well, you actually can. He's not as worried about Leaf here as another player that could be coming to support. If you tuck in this right corner on this kind of angle, you can actually see Leaf. You'd be able to spot his leg, but he's worried about another player in showers creeping up on him.
Oh my goodness, this is so brave.
He's got a judge. How's he
going to
win?
I don't. Well, the answer is he doesn't.
Yeah, he's just looking to try to get some information there, but really good patience from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, we're about 30 seconds left remaining onto it, so that shower's cleared up.
30 seconds left.
Molly will look to delay here, but there's still potentially a sliver of time once it all gets said and done and it all shakes out through and forwards, bang! Leads a charge up through the choke. Trent towards the back of the site. A lot of players, 100 Thieves making sure that they can just ping-pong off the back of each other, and even in these final moments, despite the time running low, still finding time to min-max those ultimates.
Both teams took a tack timeout here, or rather, both teams had an opportunity to speak in the tack timeout. 100 Thieves, though, ended up getting value out of very similar stuff that they've been doing all the way on this attack side. The Chambers have been having way more value on attack as well. Cryo was getting shut down heavy, going for peak after peak on defense. And now, he's actually caught up basically with what Baby Bay's at in terms of KD.
I mean, normally the other way around, you think the Chamber, okay, well, the game's going to be coming to you, but feels like Cryo can just get posted and players will walk towards him. Jorg. If he goes down here, it's not the end of the world. He would like to keep his gun, I think, just the way that their money shakes out, but he is one away from the ult, so...
10-10, things look even. And even in terms of the ultimates, they're not too far off. 100 Thieves maybe with a slight edge in terms of getting to some in critical rounds. But you look at the money, and the money is way more in favor of 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
If 100 Thieves end up winning, you know, another big round later on, there could be 2 ecos here for G2. And that might seal the map. This one that we're going into here, take a look at this on the split screen.
Partition your brain to try and take it all in.
Yeah. Well, the biggest difference there is not so much what they see, it's that Baby Bay was moving.
Oh, wait a second. Realizing that one. You can see it with the pit drop down as well, but it's players to play for. Bang! Bang! He's trying to make a go of things.
Crucially, though, Leaf survives.
Yeah, that means the pit remains up. Jorgemore happy to take that space back up. Stray shots and a refract back. He just missed the timing, and 100 Thieves look like they're reasserting. They fake it.
What do they have for this, though? Vora could flash and just hope that Leaf is holding a really close angle, but it's not great. It's a very different defensive setup here for G2.
Yeah.
Putting Baby Bay down this long angle gives them the opportunity to just stack more and more players over towards A, if that is the late round finish for Vora.
That trademark deep as well, so A lot of peace of mind. Valen is just making sure to be agile, mobile. As soon as there's noise heard.
He doesn't have his stim beacon, so he will be slightly slower on the rotate.
Jogamo's holding down Shower's angle. It's important. A fight to be taken is about to be served up on a bit of a platter, crouching into the line. Timotino, stray shots just into the shoulder. Flash is good with the connection, and Jogamo feeling the pressure to really contest this one. He realizes the importance of Shower's control. Turn off the dash, still has it available. Swinging out wide into it. Doesn't have a lot to work with now, but a conversion pass offloaded to Valen. Valen just coming in from behind. Asuna hindered up. Can't do much from a spot like that, but the money, well, the time is running short as anything. Here, Cryo's leaping around. He's made all the noise in the world, and the plan going down. Baby Bay, Baby Bay. Plant down, shots, reactions, Cryo.
That was so close.
Couldn't hit it in time.
It's a good job Baby Bay was sharp on that Vandal body shot, because otherwise, the quick scope was coming.
Yeah.
What a chaotic fight at the end of it there.
All over the place.
Jorg gets this ult off as he dies with his dying breath. Casts it off for Leaf and Valen to follow up on. Down to the wire, but that was a half-buy round essentially for G2. That wasn't even one that they hard invested into.
Yeah.
And that could have saved the money, but at the same time, if 100 Thieves win the next, it's going to be 11-11 and another eco for G2, basically.
And the threat lurking again. Seen it enough times. Orbital strike that Asuna's sitting on as well, Timotino.
Yeah, I'd love to see them go for that play. It was so well executed in their opener against Lev.
Might be looking for chances to do it.
The player that he would want to jump on, though, potentially, over towards Lamps. Jorg's got more opportunity to escape than most.
Yeah, definitely.
But I wonder if they can use a Trailblazer and spot out where Valen's playing. Valen would be a juicy target for that combo as well.
Smoke fades. Cry was posted here. Won't be able to follow up most of this one. Jogamo.
What an opener.
It's a kill to be claimed. With
Just through the
Timotino
smoke.
down. Yeah. Removes that option of that little combo play, and he's still here. Slide off angle, flash, plays himself in. This is good coordination! Jogamo! Took a while to come online, but critically at the final hour, round 22. Puts his stamp of authority onto it. 4 has been spotted out. 100 Thieves' hopes in this round are trickling away.
They've got money, they can go for it. It's worth trying.
4 players stacked though. G2 have got reinforcements in every position. Jogamo. Make sure he doesn't open himself up. That is so damn crispy. Dash wasn't there in time to get the hell out.
Oh, he was on for the ace. It's tragic, the timing. But as you said, coming alive in the final hour, so important. And I love the little flash play. Brilliant from Trent. Rotating around to let Jorg play off. Watch it as it pops up over the top.
Yeah.
Jorg just flicks his crosshair slightly to avoid being team blinded, and then gets the swing down short. And he's got the refract active the whole time as well, so if he takes a bad fight, he can back up.
100 Thieves being pushed to the brink here by a G2 that are just finding these miracle moments. A lot of ults to work with.
You want to play? Let's play.
We'll see how they take this one here. Jogamo ready to evacuate at a moment's notice there, especially spotting Timotino. Don't want to be caught out into the open. Cryo is aggressive. Double dash in. Timotino's absorbing a lot of that space over towards default. What's the next layer of this one, though? Util forced down alongside the Seekers, seeing if they can push them out and away, but it's on a knife's edge. G2 making sure to get a lot of bodies in play. An orbital strike, hinder, drop down. This is going to be chaos. Fight's taken. 100 Thieves are filling up that kill feed. That could go down now without too many more worries. There's a flank that could activate. Baby Bay. He's going to have to be rapid on it. Rest of his team as well just falling to the might of 100 Thieves.
It's a banger of a shot from Timotino, and he might have another opportunity here as well to close.
Yeah, off angle is going to make it hard to clear if you're Baby Bay. Timotino, what a round.
The ult finally used from Asuna as well, that allowed them to take that extra fight into backside. Getting those ults up at the perfect time to win a critical round and stop G2 from running away on 100 Thieves map pick.
One enemy remaining.
Final tack timeout going to get taken here. Both teams really have been pushed, and I think that's more impressive for 100 Thieves personally.
Sure.
Because again, think about where we're at with these two squads. G2 won everything in Americas last year. They made a roster change in the offseason to try to win their first global trophy after being so close in Bangkok. 100 Thieves don't have the same level of expectations. They're not trying to literally win every trophy they come up in contention for. They're starting that path, but they've been neck and neck. First half they looked out of it, to be fair, but getting the pistol and having so many good ideas of how they want to put Cryo in good positions, utilize Vora's attack side calling, get Timotino on the entry. The attack side has looked really good, and they're one round away from pushing us into overtime.
All comes down to this round 24. Jorgen was stepping up towards the tail end of this map. Was finding it quite difficult, I think, as well, to announce himself. Sitting near the bottom, and still is, to be fair, but he's had some critical kills. The impact frags have been numerous. The 100 Thieves are looking to see if they can take this one all the way to OT. For G2, they want to close it up.
There's 3 critical players who are 1 away from getting their ult online, both Waylays and Valin. And if they can manage to get that early on with a pick somewhere, it could change the course of the game entirely. Nobody playing early for the ult orbs, though.
Toxins going up.
100 Thieves have kind of been dominating control of B-Long and Showers across their attack side. And they would have an opportunity here for Timotino to pick one up. But G2 have also been triple stacking over towards Garden. Sometimes it can be dangerous.
Yeah.
That flash though confirming no one's here.
Makes it feel like it could be the case. Timotino is going to get open access to that orb.
And Vora calling again this B-Long default back into an A split. This time though, with access to a Waylay ult, they could even maybe fake with the Waylay ult.
Might be looking to see what they can get done, just the 2 of them now with the Trailblazer forwards. They have pulled players over. Double dash in, Timotino didn't like the look of things here. Spotted too many players, too many adversaries up through a short. The TP is scored for, and Valin, he's forward as anything.
I thought he didn't have another smoke there.
Smoke, this is it, it's all to play for. Jumping into him, it's traded. Asuna is straight there at it. Baby Mado answers back, all popped off, leaping down. Asuna finding multiple kills. There's 25 seconds remaining in this plant, has to go down. Not too many problems, but there's still these danger players lurking around. Leaf trying to create noise and chaos for Baby to really thrive in. Dominating it all, G2. No stone unturned. Slowly dismantling the hold, and it's too much for Cryo. 13-11 G2. Lead early in this series.
A great map to open there with the battle between G2 and 100 Thieves. Seeing who can step further into this upper bracket. Very tightly contested between the 2 of them.